Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. Um, as you can see at the letter M, I took a lot of records out of my collection, and that's because I just got the very sad news that Melanie Safka, better known as Melanie, just passed away. Now, with an artist like that, I, I just want to do a memorial and a tribute. But in this particular case, I'm also personally rather emotional because, well, as you might know, I'm a documentary filmmaker, and in 2018 and 2019, I was actually working on a documentary about her, and I worked together with her. I filmed with her, and due to reasons I will not bore any of you, we could not finish the documentary. But she was a. Before I get into a story about her music and her life, um, well, I just heard that one of the sweetest, warmest persons in the world has passed away, and an artist with so much conviction, so much beauty. When I was filming with her in Hamburg in 2018, I was in her hotel room and she played a new song for me. And it was a song called Ruins. And it was the most beautiful song, which lyrically played with the idea that people, tourists, go to places that are half of what they used to be. The ruins of an empire. The Colosseum is actually a ruin. And she wonders what the obsession with ruins is. And she also makes the connection to the current time with old artists like herself. And her voice was more raspy and sore, and rare. Very few artists could sing so beautifully with such a raspy voice. And I just noticed that she is one of those artists. She was one of those artists who, at a later age, still understood the time herself, her position in there, and could still make poetry out of there. Um, I just read the message from her family, of her daughters and her son Bo Jared, and they asked us to light a candle, which obviously we will do, because she sang about the candles in the rain in Woodstock, and my condolences to them, to Bo Jared. If you see this, he is a brilliant guitar player. He's a very great producer. He played with Melanie during the last years, and he showed me some of music. He is a beautiful artist, and we are saying goodbye to one of the true gems in the world of singer songwriting. She was one of the big gems of singer songwriting. She had a lot of big celebrity fans. Morrissey covered her work. Chris Novoselic covered her work. Um, I met loads of people in the music industry that if you would speak about Melanie, people would be in awe. And you know why? Because what she did was beautiful and magical. I mean, she started off a career with this album, Born to Be. This is the Dutch pressing. I'd rather hold up the American pressing, which I have here. You can see she signed it to me, um, which I hold very dearly. Sorry, I'm a bit emotional. I'm so sorry. I don't want to bother you with my emotions, but um, no, as a music fan and as a human being, this is just. She was so impressive. She was so young on this album. And when you look at songs like I'm Back in Town, the cheerful happiness of that, her version of Mr. Tambourine is very good. And then song number 5, Momma Momma. It is unbelievable how she could write a song like that, and the sheer power of her voice and her playing. And then side B, I really loved Harold, which is not so much a love song per se, but a recollection of loves that have gone away. It is of an incredible writing. Then you get Animal Crackers, Christopher Robin, Close to It All is also beautiful, brilliant. Merry Christmas. She was really a fan for Christmas. She made also a beautiful Christmas album, Antlers, which I have it not in this place, but for next year December, please put that on. So many great albums of hers. What I have here is I found this last year in London, a first British pressing of Candles in the Rain. Now, Candles in the Rain is a magical, really, 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 really a magical album. How can I explain the sincere beauty? A friend of mine did not know who Melody was, and it was about 6 years ago. I bought this record so I could let him listen to it. But I also found a White album for the first time. So we first put on the White album, and my friend was astonished by the White album. And I thought, oh God, now Melanie's gonna compete with the White album by the Beatles. And then we'll put this on, and both of us fell silent. The sheer power of songwriting, the sheer power of the production, which was done by her husband back then. It is beautifully produced. It sounds gorgeous. And if you take a look at the track list, I mean, it starts off with Candles in the Rain, Lay Down, which tells the story of her performance at Woodstock. She was one of the artists in Woodstock. And when she entered the stage, nobody wanted to play because it started to rain. And she said, no, I'll play. And people were holding candles in the rain. So she wrote a song about that. And the sheer power of that song, it is performed with the Edward Hawkins singers. The sheer power of that song is so incredible. And you might, if that was the only song on this album, you should buy it. If that was the only song, you should buy it. But there's so much more. I mean, what have you done? What have you done to my song, Ma? Which, for other reasons, played a particular part in my life. Last year, personally, her cover of Ruby Tuesday, Close to It All is here again, and then to end off with Leftover Wine, which is one of the most brilliant ways to say goodbye. It's so good, so powerful. And also live. This is the Dutch pressing, I believe. Then I have here, this is a live album recorded at Maggie's birthday party. And then you hear her all alone in a room. And the way she fills it. The way her lyrical abilities. I mean, she is one of the big poets. With a sense of melody. That is just... when I was... talking with her, I was constantly talking about the lyrics, and she said, yeah, but don't forget, I mean, lyrics today are different. In 2018, 2019, it was just before Billie Eilish and a new wave of artists was entering the scene. And she said, yeah, it's different, but the sense of melody is changing. So she also sent me videos, videos with regards to changes in the scene, and she told me loads of stories about performing at the Isle of Wight and as a young girl feeling safe in the tent of Keith Moon and Pete Townsend, because there were men like Jim Morrison out there who were not so, how do I say this, precautious with a young girl, and how she traveled back in the train with Jimi Hendrix, and that when they entered at the railway station, Jimmy said, "You go before me." And she said, "Why go before me?" He said, "Yeah, well, it's gonna take you a lot more time to get through the station with all the checkups when you go with me," because it was a black man. And she told me stories about the... Now, I'm gonna keep some things a secret. Sorry about that. I just wanted to say something which might have been impolite. Not impolite, but something better kept private. Sorry. But the songs here, I mean, I Don't Eat Animals, Tuning My Guitar, which is a brilliant song. Leftover Wine, again, brilliant song. Psychotherapy, there are so many great lyrics, so many great melodies. The Carnegie Hall show. This is incredible. She is incredible at Carnegie Hall. This one, as I see it now, as I see it now, this is a beautiful, beautiful album with a beautiful rendition of Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. It just goes on and on and on here. This is one of those amazing albums. Gather Me. Gather Me. And she told me that Brand New Key was a song that she really liked. It's a big hit, but she told me that Keith Richards really liked that song. So she was trying to make plans because she was invited to perform at the 2019 Woodstock Festival, and I was allowed to film there. I got an email from, I believe it's Michael Wadley. Am I saying it right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I got a personal mail from him when he was still alive, that I was allowed to film with Melanie backstage. But the entire festival did not go through. They canceled the entire festival. You know, which was for me I was so let down. We were trying to plan a meeting with Keith Richards if he might have shown up that day, because there's a connection there. You know, she was so greatly admired by so many musicians. You know what's also on this one? Some Say I Got Devil. An amazing song. Covered by Morrissey on, I believe it's the album California Sun. Both their renditions are brilliant. I have some more records lying here, and never ever has her music let me down. Never ever. And she was an amazing, amazing person to meet. Oh yeah, this might be interesting. I'd like to share this with you. When I just got to know her, she was releasing a CD of her Central Park show from 1974, which Bo Jarrett had found in the, I believe it's in the basement. It was in the basement of their home, and it's a double CD with so many songs. I believe it's 31 songs, and it's an incredible performance. I hope it's still available on her website. You might be able to buy this, and if you want to cherish her memory, please light a candle, put on her record, and let's keep her close to our hearts. So, yeah, and if you have any memories with regard to Melanie, please share them below. I'm so sorry. Again, my condolences to the family and to all the fans and to everyone who ever loved a Melanie song.